Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe because we break down the best UFC fights every week. Today I'm breaking down one of the craziest finishes I've seen in a while at UFC Vegas 113. We're talking about Jakub Wiklacz versus Muin Gafurov, a bantamweight battle that went down at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas and literally came down to the very last second. I mean, when I say last second, I'm not exaggerating. This thing ended at 4:59 of a 5-minute round. Stick around because I'm going to show you exactly how one decision in the final moments completely flipped this entire fight on its head. When the fight started, Wiklacz came out throwing kicks early, trying to establish his range and keep Gafurov at a distance. But Gafurov wasn't having any of that. He started pressing forward and teeing off with punches, especially that right hand that kept finding its target. Wiklacz mixed in some knees and tried to answer back, but Gafurov's right hand was landing over and over again. This was clearly Gafurov's round, and it looked like he had the power advantage standing up. The second round was where things got interesting. Wiklacz shot in immediately and scored a takedown, getting into side control and starting to work. Gafurov managed to get back to his feet, but then he threw an ill-advised spin kick that put him right back on the mat with under 2 minutes left in the round. Wiklacz took full advantage. He moved into full mount, and when Gafurov tried to escape, he gave up his back. Wiklacz locked in a rear-naked choke attempt, but Gafurov somehow survived and made it out of the round. This was a huge momentum shift, and you could tell Wiklacz was starting to find his rhythm on the ground. Here's where the fight gets really wild. After 2 hard rounds, Wiklacz was visibly exhausted in the third. You could see him sucking wind, completely gassed. Gafurov recognized this immediately and turned up the pressure. He kept the pace high and started picking Wiklacz apart on the feet, landing shots and making it look like he was cruising to a decision win. At this point, Gafurov was clearly winning the round on the feet and probably had the fight locked up on the scorecards. Everything pointed to Gafurov winning a decision. Wiklacz knew he was in trouble and needed something special. With the fight winding down and Gafurov clearly ahead on the feet, he made a decision that would haunt him. Despite having a clear advantage in the striking, Gafurov decided to shoot for a late takedown. This was the moment. This was the decision that changed everything. Wiklacz saw the opening and immediately reversed the position, securing a mounted guillotine choke in what some are calling a Hail Mary submission attempt. He squeezed with everything he had left in the tank. Gafurov tried to hold on through the final horn, but just 1 second left on the clock, he tapped. First his left hand tapped, then his right hand tapped more clearly. The fight was over at exactly 4:59 of round 3. Now here's where it gets even crazier. Gafurov thought he had made it to the end of the round. Wiklacz felt the taps and knew he'd won, but referee Chris Tononi had to review the replay with the Nevada Athletic Commission to confirm what happened. After several minutes of review, they confirmed that Gafurov had indeed tapped just before the final bell. That late takedown attempt wasn't just a tactical mistake, it cost Gafurov a fight he was winning on the feet in that final round. Wiklacz got the submission victory, earned a $25,000 bonus for the finish, and later received a $100,000 post-fight bonus on top of that. Add in the 20% of Gafurov's purse from the weight miss, and this turned into a massive payday for the Polish fighter in just his second UFC appearance. This fight is going to be remembered for a long time as one of those never-give-up moments in MMA. Wiklacz was exhausted, getting picked apart on the feet, and had 1 second to pull off a miracle, and he did it. This kind of finish at the UFC Apex shows why you can never count anyone out until that final bell rings. As Wiklacz himself said after the fight, the hardest fights make you mentally tough. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more UFC content. Let me know in the comments what other fights you want me to break down. I'll see you in the next one.